Nevsky 5511, Bertrand 5511. We got some Nevsky and Bertrand testing coming up your way today. So I got a Minamoto and I got a Cow. So we're testing against Prince of Wars. And he got a 5511 Nevsky and a 5511 Bertrand. So we are getting started. Now the reason why we thought we try Minamoto and Cow is just to see how much better it is compared to the older commanders. Now in terms of the older commanders, my Minamoto does have the museum buff. I haven't unlocked the Cow buff yet, so I'm hoping I can do that the next time I have enough coins, whatever coins it needs. So as you can see, even with the museum buffs, the older commanders even maxed is not close enough to the newer 5511 commanders. Now saying that, Minamoto and Cow are really old and I have museum buffs only for one of them. So well, that's one way to look at it, and the other way to look at it is Nevsky and Bertrand are really good. Now you obviously saw quite a few reports on YouTube and videos in terms of testing where it was more about rallies and so on, and even the other testing that I saw was mostly for max commanders. What I'm trying to do here is doing the 5511 testing. So anyway, if you're not a big spender and you want to start using commanders for 5511, you get a little bit of a sense of how good they can be and so on, and it does look like Nevsky is pretty good. Now between Nevsky and Bertrand, both of them are doing pretty good in terms of all the testings that I saw. None of them are kind of bad, especially Nevsky looks pretty good. Now Nevsky is going to be easier to get because of the wheel, and Bertrand is going to be a little harder to get because it's MGE. So in this video we're just going to be testing Bertrand and Nevsky together, but then I'll do a video separately where I'm just testing Nevsky as a 5511, and that way you guys get a bit more of a sense of how useful Nevsky is with other commanders even at 5511. Now for this fight I have XY and William, so that's one other common pair that people may be using. Now we're just trying to get a comparison of how close they are. Now this battle does look pretty close. Now in terms of the testing conditions, everything else is the same other than one factor, which is the civilization. So I have Ottoman and Prince actually has Arabia. Now Arabia comes with the special cav units, which is Mamluks, and does have I think 5% cav attack. In my case the normal knights doesn't have that. Now on top of that, my civilization does have a 5% skill bonus, so it's not that Prince has a massive advantage, but he does have a little bit more of an advantage, especially for this fight that you just saw, which got close. If the civilizations were the same, maybe it would have been a little bit closer. Now there's obviously randomness as well, but then we're just doing a directional testing with 5511. I don't think I have the resources to spend to do 3 testings or actually go into RoK and test for a 5511 situation. We kind of reserve them for situations where am I going to max this commander or not. Now for those type of videos, there's lots of other videos, you can kind of refer to them, but in my case I'm just doing the very basic 5511 testing. Now for this fight we got Saladin and William, so we are again trying to see whether the new commanders, so a lot of people may have Saladin and William. Saladin, like in my case it's actually maxed, but a lot of people has 5551 Saladin and 5551 William. So my William is still 5551, so the Saladin is a little bit stronger than the average Saladin I guess, but then the William is the same. But then we are testing against 5511 commanders, so I do have a little bit of an advantage here with the Saladin being maxed, but I can pretty much say that even if the Saladin wasn't maxed, you're pretty close to this. So if this Saladin actually wins this battle, then people who are using Saladin and William kind of take a little bit of a comfort in knowing that their older commander pair is not that bad compared to the newer ones. Obviously the newer ones are better, but I'm just trying to say that you're not that far off. Now, so speaking of being far off or not, if you have the capability, as in the gems in this case or gold heads, to go for Nevsky, and even if you're just doing open field, if the question you're asking is should I get my Nevsky to 5511 or should I save my gold heads for anything else, even without watching this video you should probably know that you should take your Nevsky to 5511 at least, and it's useful. And then obviously if you max it, it's even better. Now the Bertrand is a different situation. I mean it's MGE, so it's not like you can kind of choose the rally leaders. If you're a rally leader, you're probably going to get allocations. If you're not a rally leader, you're probably not going to get allocations. So it's not one of those where it's must for you to have Bertrand for open field, but Bertrand kind of does go well. Anyways, we are fighting against the Trajan and Aethelfled here. Now the Aethelfled does have the museum buff, so I'm trying to see whether the museum buff somehow made Aethelfled so good. It doesn't look like it made her that good. Like she's obviously better with the stats, but then I think the main stats she got out of it, the most useful one is her march speed, but in a 1v1 testing, the march speed kind of doesn't do anything. And then the Trajan and Aethelfled is obviously both of them better for group fights as well. So everything combined, it's not like they did bad, but the newer commanders in a 1v1 situation are definitely better. But at the same time, I would say this probably shows you that if they're doing or semi or right in a 1v1, they're not going to be bad in a good fight. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Trajan and Aethelfled. Now the next one, I got a surprise for you. You can see the Mehmed already. Someone have a guess of what the next commander is, as in the second commander is. If you get it right before actually watching it, let us know in the comments field if you got it right or not. Now if you have been following our challenge, you should probably know what it is, and it's going to be revealed in the next 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. Yes, there you go. You got Frederick. So we are doing a testing with Mehmed and Frederick. Now the reason why I thought I'd do that, firstly because I love these two commanders. I don't know why. I don't have a Turkish heritage or a German heritage, but then again I kind of just love these commanders, maybe because early game memories and so on. But anyways, I actually did get the museum buff for these two. Again, I kind of don't know why. You may have seen my video where I didn't mention them as the priorities, but then when it comes to doing it, because I'm probably not gonna use the older commanders that much, I just thought I'd just get it and it'll be fun. So I did. I'm more careful with my other accounts where expense is a more crucial issue and I have less commanders, but in this account I can probably afford to be a little fun seeking. So anyways, you got the Mehmed and Frederick, and you know what, they're not doing bad. They're doing pretty good, both with museum buffs. Now let's have a look at the report. Now, was it surprising? Well, a little bit, but now you're going to say that, well, you're using 25,000 troops versus 20. Well, yes, because they do have the 15%. Mehmed has 10% and Frederick has what, I think 10%. Yeah, so both of them combined, we do get the 25% extra troops. So that's why I took a little extra troops. Now if I miscalculated that somehow, obviously let us know. Based on what we saw so far, definitely investing in Nevsky is worthwhile, even at 5511. If you want to see just the Nevsky videos, that's coming up next. Be subscribed.